Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds, and peace and blessings be upon his final messenger, Muhammad. Previously, in episode 11, we witnessed the triumphant moments of Islam, the victory at Hunain, the expedition to Tabuk, and the glorious farewell Hajj, the completion of the Prophet's mission. But every soul must taste death. Even the most beloved of creation, the mercy to the worlds, was to return to his Lord. This is the most emotional chapter of the Seerah, the Prophet's final days, his lasting advice to the Ummah, and his noble passing from this world to the next. The beginning of the illness, it was shortly after the farewell Hajj, the 11th year after Hijrah. The Messenger of Allah began feeling unwell. He complained of a severe headache and his fever became intense. Despite his weakness, he continued to lead prayers, visit his companions, and guide the Ummah. He would ask his wives, "Where shall I stay tomorrow?" showing his fairness and love for all. Eventually, he settled in the home of Aisha, R.A., where he would spend his final moments. Aisha, R.A., said, "I never saw anyone suffer pain more severe than the Messenger of Allah. Even in agony, he remained patient." He would remind those around him, "The most severely tested are the prophets, then those most like them, then those most like them." His patience became the greatest example of strength and faith. He wiped sweat from his blessed forehead, saying, "There is no God but Allah. Indeed, death has its pangs, yet through every hardship, his heart remained filled with gratitude and remembrance of Allah. The illness grew more intense, but his concern for his Ummah never faded." The Prophet's advice. During his illness, even while bedridden, the Prophet gave advice that would shape this Ummah forever. "Guard your prayer, Salah," he repeated again and again, his blessed voice trembling with fever. "Guard your prayer. Guard your prayer." He wanted to ensure no Muslim would ever neglect this pillar of faith. Salah, the direct connection between servant and Creator, was his foremost command. "Be just to the weak," he said. "Fear Allah concerning your treatment of those whom your right hands possess." A message of compassion, justice, and equality, centuries ahead of its time. Leadership in prayer when he became too weak to lead. He appointed Abu Bakr, R.A., to lead the congregation. This moment marked Abu Bakr's spiritual leadership, the indication that he would be the first Khalifa. Even in illness, the Prophet was guiding the future of his Ummah. Warning against idol worship, he cautioned, "May Allah curse the Jews and Christians who took the graves of their prophets as places of worship." He feared for his Ummah that they might fall into shirk after him. Even in his last days, his heart beat for Islam's mission. He ordered preparations for an army under Usama ibn Zayd to confront the Byzantine threat. Though bedridden, his command was clear: Islam must continue to spread truth and justice. The Prophet's last days, despite his weakness, the Prophet rose one final time. Supported by two companions, his feet dragging, he entered the masjid, his face radiant, his heart at peace. The companions were overwhelmed. They had not seen him for days, and now his face shone like the pages of the Quran. He sat on the minbar, looked at his followers, and gave his final public advice. "The Ansar are my family. Treat them well, for they supported you when others turned away." He warned, "Do not turn back to disbelief after me," striking the necks of one another. And he gave glad tidings. "We shall meet at the Hawd, my fountain, on the day of resurrection." He then returned home exhausted. Aisha, R.A., cared for him with boundless love. He would dip his hand in water and wipe his blessed face, saying, "O Allah, help me against the pangs of death." Even in his final hour, he used a miswak, showing his love for cleanliness and purity until the very end. His last gaze was upon his Ummah, his companions praying behind Abu Bakr, R.A. He smiled, a smile that became their final memory of him. The noble passing was Monday, 12th Rabi al-Awwal, in the 11th year after Hijrah. The messenger of Allah rested his head upon Aisha's lap. He looked upward, whispering softly, "With the highest companion." With the highest companion, Arafak al-Allah. And with those sacred words, his soul departed, peacefully, beautifully, returning to his Lord. The heavens rejoiced. But Medina was struck with unbearable grief. Umar ibn al-Khattab, R.A., could not believe it. He drew his sword, saying, "By Allah, the messenger of Allah has not died." Then Abu Bakr, R.A., entered, calm yet broken. He kissed the Prophet's blessed forehead and said, "By Allah, you are beautiful in life and in death." He went out to the people and spoke with a voice that revived faith. "Whoever worshipped Muhammad, know that Muhammad has died. But whoever worships Allah, Allah is ever living, never dies." Then he recited, "Muhammad is but a messenger. Many were the messengers that passed before him." Quran 3:144. The people wept, but their hearts found peace. The Ummah understood. Their mission was to live by his message. Burial and legacy. That night the companions prepared the Prophet's body. He was buried in the very place he passed, in Aisha's chamber, which today forms part of Masjid an-Nabawi. The earth received its most blessed inhabitant, but his light did not fade. His Sunnah remains our guide. His Quran remains our miracle. His Ummah, the living proof of his mission. He left this world having completed his duty. Today I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and chosen Islam as your religion. Quran 5:3. The passing of the Prophet was the greatest loss humanity ever faced. Yet his legacy breathes life into every prayer, every act of charity, every verse recited. His life was mercy. His message was truth. His love, eternal. So whoever loves the Prophet, let him follow his Sunnah, live by his teachings, and revive his message in daily life. This completes our 12-part Seerah journey, a story of faith, struggle, and divine purpose. But our journey doesn't end here. In future sessions, we will explore the timeless lessons from the Seerah and how they can guide today's Ummah toward unity, peace, and purpose.